welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast. Thanks for downloading. Time to get on board and let's go diving.
Well.
That's recording.
16 diving podcasts.
Hello and welcome back to the BiG Scuba Podcast. This is episode 232. My name is Ian. I am one of the co-hosts of this episode, and with me is...
Hello, you were I'm the other co-host. My name is Gemma, and welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Yes, welcome. Roll up. Everyone is in and listen back, because these episodes are sponsored by the lovely people at Narked90.com for all your diving needs. Get in contact with them if there's anything particularly for rebreathers and things like that. But they are beyond technical, so they've got all the advice
some
that
fun
you need,
people, interesting
many things on their website.
Yes, a big catalogue in there, all their different products they supply and services. So the link is in the show notes. Have a click and have a browse.
Have a click. You heard it here. So this is going to be a bit of a roving report on this one. So we are off to Nottingham, Long Eaton, to go see the Scoobs Snorkel Fest, which is coming up. So we're going to do a bit of a roving report from there, some interviews, have a wander around and see what's going on, and we'll be feeding back a bit later with our time there. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a good one. We missed it last year. I can't remember how we missed it last year, but I think
I'm not sure.
Perhaps we were away.
Possibly, but this is the second year it's run. So last year, the event, it took place at the waterside, and they had Andy Torbett actually skydive in, parachute down, and he went straight into the water and did a dive, didn't he?
Yeah,
so
which is pretty cool.
That was the kind of highlight, a bit of entertainment for the people on the shore to watch. And then I think there were a few stands there last year, and people could dive and explore the delights of Westlake. But it's great. It's running for a second year, and that really says a lot for divers' time, for the people there that run it, and for all the support that they're getting from the local, particularly BSAC clubs as well.
So that'd be good. News that I haven't done anything on the side mount since we last we all gathered. That's probably going to be it till probably maybe August, but I'd say it's probably more likely once the school holidays be back. The next step for me on the side mount front is getting into the water, confined water at Gildy. I think we're going to. So, but like I said, I think in realistic terms, with everything that we've got coming up in August, it's going to be September, I think.
We've got our up and coming annual trip to the Farns fast approaching, so that will be 3 days of diving, boat diving, fingers crossed, weather permitting.
And hopefully it'd be nice to get down the south coast as well.
Yes, we do like a trip to Swanage, don't we? And or Chesil Cove, or even there's Babbacombe Cove as well. That looked amazing. Picture I saw yesterday. So one way or another we'll get some sort of UK diving in, sea diving. So we're looking forward to that.
Usual thing of working on fitness and all that sort of stuff.
Yes, you've been coastal fitnessing, and I've been running and body weighting stuff. So just making the most of the weather, getting outside, and it's all been good. Yeah,
it's been good. I see in the news we've had a sad passing of a lady who's been really inspirational in the diving world, which is sad. Obviously, always sad news when you hear these things. Parry.
Yeah, I'd not actually heard of her before, but she's a scuba diving pioneer, and she's known as the first lady of diving, and she was actually 93. So, she's had a big lifespan. I think obviously around about 70 years covering underwater exploration, equipment development. She's diver training. She's been involved in film, photography.
So she had the a depth record as well.
Yeah, she was among a small group of men and women who helped establish recreational scuba in the 1950s. So, a real pioneer. And in 1954, she set a women's depth record of 63.7 meters or 209 feet while testing something called the Hope Page non-return valve mouthpiece in open water.
I bet
So
I bet you the guys at Narked at 90 know all about that.
yeah, Hope Page non-return valves, which prevent water from entering the breathing hoses of a regulator
Yeah.
should the diver's mouthpiece be dislodged, were a major safety improvement for the twin hose regulators in use at that time.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's pretty amazing. And then she has also worked. She appeared in the television series Sea Hunt, performing stunt work, acting as a technical advisor, and teaching the show's star Lloyd Bridges to scuba dive.
Okay.
And she's also doubled for Sophie Loren in a film, 1957. The film was called A Boy on a Dolphin. And she's worked in other TV productions, including 1965 TV series Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Wow.
So, yeah, an
That's a
amazing
famous film,
lady.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So probably a good idea if you want to learn more about her and, her journey, because, that's amazing that she has been in scuba all those years from,
Yeah.
the real outset of it to, now. So,
Wow.
yeah. And she was a member of the Women Divers Hall of Fame as well. So
Yeah.
that's a sad loss for that kind of institution.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and but it's a natural thing and a life well led by the sound of it.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, brought a lot to the scuba industry.
Yeah, talking about the scuba industry, it's the time for the Nogi Awards. Who knew what the? Do you know what the Nogi Awards are? They're very prestigious, I have to say. So the Nogi Awards. So we'll get to the names in a minute. Let me just give you a bit of background. What the Nogi Awards are. The
Hmm.
Nogi Awards are the oldest and most prestigious honours in the recreational diving world, often called the Oscars of the ocean world, presented annually by the Academy of Underwater Arts and Sciences. They recognise lifetime achievements and global impacts in underwater exploration, safety, and preservation. There's award categories. I won't, there's quite a few, but basically, just very quickly. So, arts, science, environment, sports and education, and distinguished service. Um, and if you want to know more, there's just Google it; it will come up, or go to their
Mm.
website, and it will all come up. Let me give you the names
Go on then.
because there are five. Some are very well known of, and some I'm not sure if I've heard of before. But anyway, the names are Professor Simon Mitchell, okay, for science. For arts, we've got Jonathan Bird. For sports and education, Richard or Richie Cola, as he's
Yeah,
also
we've
known,
heard of that name. Yeah.
or we certainly have. Distinguished service, Howard Rosentine. And then you're going to know this name definitely, okay? For environment, Christina Sonato. So a little round
Ooh,
of applause for all five. So
yeah, well
well
done.
done.
Yeah,
Some great
yeah.
names there, and yeah, you know, if you had to pick five names, you'd pick those five, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Great,
yeah,
awesome. Well done to all.
yeah,
Which also leads us, after talking about to Christina, leads us into the Women Divers Hall of
yeah,
Fame as a
it
new
does.
class of 2026.
Yeah, and if you don't know what the Women Divers Hall of Fame is, it recognises the contributions of women, pioneers, leaders, and innovators in many fields of diving, sort of promoting careers and opportunities for women in the diving industry. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been going years, and they sort of nominate new members each year. And for 2026, let me just get the list up. We've got a few new names.
Liz
So
Parkinson is
Liz,
one.
yeah, and then we've got Marjorie Spielman,
Yeah.
another one. I've not actually heard of that lady, but we'll look these all up. Ingrid N. Visser, PhD. Lyndon Woolbert, definitely heard of Lyndon. She's been out there. And then another lady, Marnie Zabarski. So I've
I'm
not
so glad I left these names to you, Christina.
Yeah, so look them up, and there'll be social media,
Little
women divers.
celebration, little round of applause as
Yeah,
well.
well done. Um, Women Divers Hall of Fame, they've got a Facebook page. So yeah, have a look, follow them, and yeah, keep up to date with the new members. You can actually apply for some scholarships as well. So if you're looking for some sponsorship for projects or travel, there are different times when they put sponsorships up that you can apply for. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. It's a bit like the Rolex awards. They do sponsors, don't they? And we've known people that have gone through the system and been sponsored and have this amazing
I think Christina
opportunity.
normally shares the people who do get like sponsorship and these things, bit of support. I think Christina often shares it on her social media as
Yeah.
well.
And I think has supported some of the girls that have gone through
Yeah,
sponsorship, either through Women Divers Hall of Fame or the Rolex system as
yeah,
well. So it's good,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all good, all good, good, good. And back a little bit of a historical note from the historical corner of the podcast. Um, Also, 80 years ago, so 80 years ago, Operation Crossroads, Baker, nuclear test in the Bikini Atolls was the
Mm.
25th of July. What about that? And
And
that's a
Bikini
real big
Atoll,
one.
hopefully, as divers listening, you've heard of that as an
Oh,
amazing dive site.
they'll go, woo, Bikini Atoll.
Want to go
Want to
there?
go? It's on the list. It's on the growing list of
The
dive
bucket
sites to go
list.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, amazing. So look it up. There's so much to read about all that. But basically, all those years ago,
So was that the 26th of July or the 25th of July?
25th,
25th of
25th of
July. Yeah,
July.
so that's the anniversary. So yeah, really important day in history. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely.
the world's first nuclear detonation, and that's the one they videoed as well.
Mm.
But I believe, I might be wrong, and I often am, that the Russian one that they did afterwards was even bigger because
Wow.
that was the one that they let off and didn't realize that was going to be as big as what it was. And
Mm.
yeah, massive. So, but yes, look it up. There's some stuff on YouTube all about it. There's loads of stuff. If you want to know the history of that um, ex experiment, would you call it? It probably was, you know. So
Wow. Yeah.
when it all got detonated, but massive, huge. So there we go. And then in the comedy corner of the podcast,
Yeah, you sent this to me last night, and I'm thinking, what?
honestly,
I
I kind of I thought I'd mention it because like
yes.
you see stuff on
Mm.
Instagram and you think, really?
I looked at
Anyway,
it and thought, wow.
I don't know why it popped up, and I can't even pronounce it because it looked like it's Russian or
Well,
something.
French, I think,
Is
possibly.
it French?
Olivier. Yeah.
Um, Olivia. So OLIVIER underscore KNIGA.
Yeah.
I don't follow this, by the way, because after what I saw, I was like, I ain't following this, and I certainly ain't liking it. But I did make a few comments. So these people on Instagram um, are basically making a thing of strapping a tank on their back,
Mm.
and then they put trainers on,
No
and
fins.
no fins, no buoyancy aids, no alternative way of breathing,
No.
nothing. And I would suspect, I don't know, I would suspect that most of the people who are doing all this have absolutely no training at all, because if they did, they'd probably think, yeah, actually, perhaps this isn't a good idea. But they're jumping off bridges and then walking along, it looks like riverbeds somewhere
Mm.
in France, uh, then running along, walking along the riverbeds.
And doing
And
turn
one guy
tumble.
jumps in, and he must have 10 kilo on a weight belt
Yeah.
as well to keep him down. And he's got a tank on his back, a little, not particularly big tank either, a little like 7 litre or something. And this is all these people doing it. And it's like, really? Are you, you know,
Well, one, jumping off the bridge is dangerous. You don't know what's below.
no,
Another time, jumping in a river that obviously has boat traffic on.
yeah,
No, no.
yeah,
And
big river as well. We're not talking like, the little Waveney here. We're talking something that
rivers with
resembles the
currents. Yeah.
Thames,
Yeah.
big river.
Absolutely crazy. How these people, get away with it, promoting something like that with no element of safety around it.
Yeah, it is pretty mind-boggling, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching. But apparently, they got a YouTube channel as well. So if you see this, don't follow it. And honestly, you don't even need a comment. They got so many comments of people going, "You really shouldn't be doing this. It's a really bad idea." So anyway, I saw that and just thought I'd mention it.
Everybody out there, get
fun.
trained professionally, signed off professionally, and be safe out there.
Exactly that. Right. So we need to haul. I was going to say haul ass and go and get ready and get to this Snorkel Fest.
Load up, putting our dive gear in, our recording equipment, and going to look forward to a great day at Westlake over at Long Eaton with Divers Time.
Right, let's do it.
Okay, we are at the Scoobs Snorkel Fest 2026, and we're here with Andy Torbett, and you've just jumped out of a plane.
I have, yeah. Myself and 4 others. We did it last year with scuba kit on, as I think it was certainly non-military first skydive scuba dive. They asked us back, and then BZAR will promote snorkeling this year as a kind of gateway drug into scuba diving, because I think it's a lot more accessible. I think in and of its own sort of system, stuff that's great for people, because you can literally just go and get some. I mean, I always say this: you can literally use a pair of goggles. Even snorkeling can be too technical, because it's just sticking your head underwater, really. And with a big sort of a kind of increase in the last few years of like wild swimming, then I think the transition from that to snorkeling is minute. It's like, do what you're doing, just stick a mask and snorkel on. So yeah, it was 5 to do this year, and jumped in a snorkeling kit, so it was cool. A few snag hazards when you're skydiving. But it went well. We were a bit worried because it was getting quite windy when we were taking off. So back at the airfield from Skydive Lager, where we took off from, the women's picking up, and we're like, okay, it's borderline, but it's still within limits. So let's go for it.
Did you last year? You did it on your own?
No, myself and Ali Milne did it.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 of us, yeah. Well, they said I'd like to promote snorkeling. I thought, well, that's kind of a bit easier than do dive kit. So we can't step backwards. How can we sort of make it bigger? So we got this 5-ish, so 4 jumping smoke canisters, and I jumped at the Union Jack flag.
Yeah, wicked.
This did, that looked cool.
Yeah, so if they want us back next year, they want to talk about get us back next year. I'm like, right, how do you kind of, you ramp it up, don't you?
You need to land on a rib or something like that. I've seen Top Gear
rib.
And they did that, and they landed on.
You know what, that's actually possible. We could do that. I mean, the only problem is the ribs here, because they're electric, better for the environment. Their top speed's quite low, and it's actually easier to land with a bit of speed.
So
when it is
have the rib towing a wooden jetty with a harder.
Or even better, there's people will know if it's just the other lake, because there's 7 lakes here. Last year we jumped out like, right, we've got to get the right lake. You know? I know, it was like, the look of this was a big sharks fit in the middle of it. The landscape's like, but there's one of those inflatable outdoor water parks. Get one of those like inflatable things to tow behind the rib and just land on that.
Go down the slide.
That's a good shout, actually. Right, that's next year. So I'll fix that to Scuba right, mate. We got ourselves next year. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you free fall a little bit out the?
Just a little bit. We jump for this sort of day. We jump quite low. So normally skydiving we jump like 50,000 feet. So here we're jumping about 3,500. Actually, last year, because we're so close to East Midlands Airport, we're to jump at 2,000 feet, which is really low. So
Do you get off gas? You have to get permission.
Yes, you have to. I mean, there's actually. So skydiving in the UK comes under the remit of the CA, the Civilian Aviation Authority, which are the same people that regulate Heathrow and Gatwick and all that. So even though you think it's a tiny little thing we're doing here, all the paperwork is similar to Heathrow. So actually, Ali, who was the demo leader, he had to put in all this, reams of paperwork, risk assessments, but it's also like no-fly zone, a no-fly zone bubble over this area. He's in constant communication with East Midlands Airport. You've got to inform the police as well. And have a number of... Because in the past, what happened, I think, years ago when we didn't do that, wasn't part of the system, people would skydive and did demos on purpose, but then members of the public would report that and go, somebody's just fallen out of the aircraft or all that stuff. Whereas the police can then go, hang on a second, we've got a registered demo happening. And okay, that's probably what it is. Yeah, it's just run random, so they're not wasting the police's time. So that's actually part of the official requirement. You have to do all these different things. Yeah. So it's quite a bit of paperwork, which I don't do. I got Alex do that for me.
So do you do much skydiving otherwise?
Yeah, loads. I mean, so I instruct and I coach. I've been teaching the military a bit this year as a little sideline, but I do a lot of skydiving in stunts. We've done a few like stunt jobs for skydiving. I've got a few thousand jumps now, but it's great for stuff like this. And there's a lot of, I enjoy we are hosting quite a bit of high altitude skydiving. So we call halo and hail, so high altitude, low opening and high altitude, high opening jumps, where you don't oxygen systems, you kind of cylinders and that stuff, which there's a lot of, if you come into it sort of fresh as a skydiver, you go, my God, I'm like high pressure cylinders and oxygen and pressure changes and da-da-da. If you come in as a diver, it's just so simple. It's like, it's easy. It's one gas, so it's O2.
Pilots get a bit fed up. You keep jumping out of planes midway. Don't they just say, it's all right, Andy, plane's going to be okay, we're going to land all right?
No, we get, again, being a job pilot is you've got to have a special qualification. And actually, it's more to do with everything else than the changes in balance. You get on a normal flight, where you're seated is all to do with balancing the aircraft. Both side to side and forward to rear. And the pilots know that. Now, in a small aircraft, if people are moving around all the time, that's going to massively have a huge effect. But it's going to happen because if there's 6 teams that are playing, well, there might be a group of 8 get out at the same time. So they're all going to go to the back door, right? They're all going to congregate in the back, got a very small, so some of the planes be like this, and then some of that weight's just going to disappear in a second. So jump pilots are very good about flying straight and level whilst constantly adjusting for big changes in the weight.
Group of big marine guys getting in there and jumping out.
So that's when, and then usually, because we've opened the door, well, the last person jumps out and the door's left open, so they've got to land it open, again, they're used to landing with and it's unpressurized aircraft and stuff. So it's a specialist qualification to be a jump pilot.
How's the diving going? What's going on with dive?
Just chip away. There's a few cave dives in the UK. I think I'm going to France later in the year. I've got projects that have been like a solo project. I should have done last year, but like work got in the way, so you got to earn money. And it's basically I'll be dive in, couple of kilometers, cave dive, surface, hump the kit back and forth, then another dive to a second dry chamber. And I'll probably calculate on my own for about 3 days to try and explore some new bits and pieces. And then so probably 3 or 4 days like kind of underground underwater on my own.
So what you put in is like contingency process an issue.
We have got a lot, like equipment wise and plan wise, is very, very kind of got a lot of redundancy built in there, more so than we do that.
So
I've got it's rebreathed all the way through, but I'm taking I've got a lot of bailout gas that I'm putting in place, and my medical system, my camp system. I'm kind of, you always say this before, paranoia saves lives. When you're planning this sort of thing, you go, right, sit down, you're right, what's all the things could possibly go wrong? Cool. How can I either make sure it doesn't go wrong, or if I can't make sure it won't go wrong, I'm going to assume it is going to go wrong.
How do you get out?
At the worst possible time, what I'm going to do about it. That's all done beforehand. I always say this, when things go wrong and you save your life in that moment, you don't save your life in that moment, you save your life weeks before. I mean, you start at home in your pants, the mug of tea, going, right, here, let your paranoia go mad.
So why go solo?
Well, it's kind of planned it this way. Originally, it happened because my main 2 sort of cave diving partners, like Chris Jewell, who's he's moved to Australia for work for 6 months, and that was like 2 years ago. So I think he's pretty much he's loved it. And then Rich Stevenson is so busy now with underwater filming what he does, both documentaries and for the big movies. I was like, well, and the other thing was, because the way my work is between the sort of stunt movies or the TV documentary, whatever it may be, it cannot be very last minute. So I was constantly letting people down. So, which is difficult. It's not fair on them. You plan something, and then I'm like, which is fine if it's like Rich, who's in the same world as me, but if somebody else who's got a 9-to-5 job and they can plan their week's cave diving a year in advance, you don't really get it, which is fair enough. If I'm like last minute going, oh mate, I've got some work that I can't come. So obviously, like, you know what, and a lot of cave diving, UK cave diving, we almost train to dive solo, because it does certain types of cave diving is safer if you're on your own. Depends on the nature of the few killers.
Yeah.
So, because if you're in these very tight, nil visibility kind of, as we get in the UK, often whether there's somebody else in the water or not, you're effectively on your own. There is zero use. All they really are, if they're behind you, is something blocking the way out. So it can be genuinely safe in certain circumstances to dive solo. And another thing was like that whole COVID thing. So that came out of that was the idea about, mental resilience. Okay, well, like, on it. Being able to kind of operate, and I've always been pretty good at operating on my own anyway, on dives, for time out the hills, where it may be. Like sort of 4 days, you're underground in the dark on your own. Let's just see how that develops, because you might learn a few things about yourself.
Yeah, that's a good time to be alone with yourself.
Yeah.
I might still take some audiobooks, like, so I just get to see.
See to yourself.
Keep men one.
That's good.
I feel sorry for you because actually, when we spoke to you back in the day, we had pages.
Of questions,
And I cringe about that because I think, actually, we had questions and you just took all the questions.
And now we just
we don't.
don't. What?
I think it's like anything else. It's reps, isn't it?
Yeah.
You do it. But even I still have the board pens. If I'm doing interviews like the Go Diving show, if we've got somebody on the main stage who doesn't want to do a talk, they want to be interviewed, that's fine. I'll always have like just 3 or 4 questions. If I don't know them, if it's like Steve Braxton, Monty Halls, and I'm like, oh mate, well let's go and chat like we've been doing for the last 10 years. It'll be fine. We'll just cuff it. It'd be great. If I don't know them, or I think I might have a couple of just safety questions there in case my mind goes blank, and I always never have to use them, but I always think, well, again, about paranoia saves lives, right? It never happens, but what happens if my mind goes blank? Well, I'm just going to go that, and I'm on. So I always have a couple of questions written down somewhere, just as a sort of safety blanket for me.
Yeah. And we see you a lot in your gym and on Instagram, so you also keep fit to dive.
The other day, I saw you did the whole thing on the gym I go to doing stuff on the rings, but the whole inverted thing, that takes some doing.
Most of the core and lats. Yeah, I mean, it's good to do anyway, but obviously for work, there's one of the sort of causes. If I'm doing stunt work, you gotta be fit to be able to do the work, and also it helps with injury recovery or injury prevention. Like the fitter you are, the less likely. And if I get injured, I can't work. But even in the documentaries, the projects, the writing, the adventure sort of side, again, it's all pretty physical, or it has a physical element. So, it's kind of, it's not a matter of motivation. I can't pay the mortgage or feed my kids, and I don't earn money. So I can't earn money if I can't do the things that people pay me to do. So it's a bit of that. And like
Just keeps us fit and well, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
and I think I've become a lot more organised and about how I do what I do now I'm getting older. Just before when first I was in the forces, just go smash fizz, wherever it may be, have a fry and a few beers, they're all cool in the gang. Whereas now like I actually, have had to learn a lot more about diet and recovery because I think I'm as fit now as I was 10, 15 years ago, but it's quite a lot more effort. And not just in the gym, but in the kitchen and everywhere else to maintain that level.
And it's the knowledge what we got now.
Yeah.
Didn't have.
Yeah.
Because we say
Huge amounts of drugs. No, don't do drugs. Don't
Just say no, kids. Just say no.
Yeah, but we say you've got to keep moving, keep fit, to keep going and keep enjoying all this.
They'll say if you slow down, you go down.
You do.
That's why I mean like climbers, keepers. I know guys who are skydiving well in the Sims. I know one guy who's still skydiving at also world class level, and he's simply 6. And all the thing that they've got in common is they never stopped. Like, the caves, these caves are simply, you're like, how would you manage? Well, a good quick keep if the kid's not an option. It's not an option.
And that is tough sometimes. I pick some things I get to do, bus bit, and I think, got the old alternative is doing that. And that's not an option.
And I think it's harder the later you start. Like, you get the few DMs, well, I mean, how do I get a body like yours at 50? I was like, mate, you should just, by starting when you're 20, basically, all we asked when I probably was 12. I was like, that's not to discourage you, but it's also manage expectations that this is not a 6-week thing. If you're starting at 50, you could be in great shape in a couple of years' time, but it's going to take a while for your bones, your ligaments, to get your muscles, that just to get strong enough to be able to train at a level where you're going to, so, what's this Japanese say? No, Chinese say, I can't remember, but it's the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Kind of, you try and be realistic and say, look, guys, it's not actually, the reason I can do this is because I've been doing it for like 30 years. However, that's not a discount for starting, because starting today is better than starting tomorrow, and it's a lot better than most of the people who are not starting at all.
Yeah, it's a bit like today, isn't it? Getting people snorkeling to get into diving, and that is just a huge step.
And what we need to see is more people coming to places like this. Yeah, because it's not that deep, and we get that, but it's a great place to come. And for what the team here have done, has started this business in the diving world, which is starting a business today is tough. It's starting in the diving world is even tougher. And what we need to see is people like yourself, come here diving, showing it for what it is.
Facilities. Yeah, so Scoobs is the most enthusiastic man. God, I mean, he's got me 3 jobs to keep this place open. But the biggest, the people always talk about debt. It's like, what do you need? I'd say if you're not doing a tech course, I mean, I still do sort of like technical diving testing kit out. I'll need like 3 or 4 meters of water, because usually if it works through the surface to 4 meters, it's probably going to work at the bottom. The other big advantage of this place, I can testify to you having just jumped in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, is that it's 24 degrees Celsius. Because it's not deep, it warms up. Whereas like Endak, when it was open to the public, was 80, 90 meters the deepest point, was always like, even the best temps of the year was like maybe 12. It was dry suit diving all year round. Here, you could get in a wetsuit. It's super warm.
Try and get more of the people who religiously just go to my Stonepow, Gurenberg, and some of these other bobsters and stuff to actually go out. Hold on to that. You got some other lakes, because there's not just this lake. There's loads of lakes around you that never get seen or supposed to.
The Delph as well, is it coming there? There's one.
Spoke to somebody on Newcastle. They told us about an lake.
I think, speaking to Mary Tettier from BIGSCUBA, and they're going to try and do a lot more of these little sort of festival things, more of these little festival things at this sort of scale. Lots of these, because I think that's where we were going like 10, 15 years ago when you dive fest, like big diving fest with thousands of people. But it's a travel thing, whereas maybe we're better off doing a dozen small local festivals. We get hundreds of people at, rather than one big festival that most people can't make it to, that gets thousands of people. So because I think you'll get more, and you get more of the general public, which again, sort of conversion, like you get the public into snorkeling into diving, and then it all trickles down.
There's a lot of lakes in the UK that because like on our coast, we struggle with our coast all the way around. There's been hardly any diving on our coast this year, because the currents have been rotten, the wind's all been rotten, and potentially we can get through the whole year without hardly getting in on our coastline. So we need the inland lakes, or we've got to travel 300-400 miles to get some. So it's great having a place like this, but there's other ways, so it's good seeing more people like yourself who are really by profile on social media, things like that, and seeing them associated with other laps and not always on the first, on that gen, just helps. I think
as soon as Scoop said you could skydive at the lake, I was like, sold, come, that's me, I'm in.
Yeah, well, hopefully more people will, look this place up and, come and give it a go, because, they can test kit, they can just go for a bimble.
It's good seeing some big names here, with what I do. So that's where Lutz Cinto, Fourth Element on my t-shirt. Good. Nice to be shown.
All good.
But anyway, thank you very much.
Not at all.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Good.
Brilliant.
You guys have done well. You
That's
guys
recording.
started at the same time as another 16 diving podcasts, and another 50 have gone. There's no one left.
Yeah.
Was it just before COVID?
Just before lockdown started, and then we sort of kind of
On that first lockdown, I did so many diving podcasts.
You were one of them,
Yeah, you were first.
Can we? I was like, and I thought you guys, and then as it happened, everyone does like you, but then the COVID was giving up.
Yeah.
And you guys were the only one. It's been like 15, 16 podcasts, it's still going.
Yeah, we're 6 years in.
Chipping away. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like no podcast goes like that. They all go, and then usually then that happens.
We enjoy doing it, so podcast every couple of weeks.
We meet some fun people, interesting people.
This episode is brought to you by Narked 90, the cutting-edge pioneers in the world of diving equipment. Meet the founders, John Routley and Brent Hudson, who have logged thousands of mixed gas dives over the past 3 decades. About 20 years ago, these experienced technical divers combined their passion for diving and engineering skills to create Narked at 90. Whether you're new to diving and ready to take it up a notch, have a fair amount of experience, or are considering a transition into technical diving, we highly recommend Narked at 90. They're ready to advise on the best equipment and setup for your personal and commercial needs. Narked at 90 also has extensive hands-on experience with shearwater and ratio dive computers, being the longest-serving UK service centre for these brands. They're ready to offer technical support, servicing, repairs and upgrades for all shearwater and ratio computers past and present. In addition to shearwater and ratio, Narked at 90 stocks and supports many other brands such as DiveSoft, JJCCR, Hollis, Revo and Kiss rebreathers. The diving community is always enthusiastic about Narked at 90 and it's easy to see why. Here are just a few reasons. Full head servicing for rebreathers from various manufacturers, bespoke cable assemblies, advice on specific fitting requirements, suggestions and guidance for home builds, computer laser cutting and engraving, CNC milling and turning, pressure testing to simulate 400-metre dives. We're thrilled to partner with Narked at 90, a company that has ignited so much passion for diving and has been incredibly supportive and innovative in producing and selling dive equipment. Visit narkedat90.com to see why they're a renowned name in diving. Stay updated on their insights and offers by following them on social media. Just search for Narked at 90 on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and hit that follow button.
Okay. Right, hello from the BiG Scuba Podcast. We're here at the Spring Lakes, West Lake at Divers Time at the Scoobs Snorkel Fest 2026. So thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's brilliant. It's been really good morning, hasn't it? Yeah.
Amazing. So you must took a bit of a while to get prepped up for all prepared.
Yeah, it's taken John and me.
Been up at 4:45 every morning for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's been well worth it. Really.
It's more nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a lot goes into it. Obviously, putting the roads down, getting the car parking right, just getting people over in general and making it safe for everyone. Now we've got divers going in. We've got to keep an eye on them as well.
She was coming over.
Yes, more of them. Yeah, but what a morning! That was spectacular.
Yeah, we've had Andy Torbett and his friends.
Yeah.
Parachuting in or skydiving in.
Skydiving, just introduce it.
Yeah, so who are you?
So I am Scoobs, Mark Griffin. Okay, this is
Scoobs. This is Louise Griffin.
And John, I do the servicing, the regulators for Divers Time.
Great team here.
Oh yeah. But there is one more, but he's just nipped out as Liam as well.
Yeah.
Liam from he's gone on his road trip now, but yeah, we'll be missing as well. So
So we've known you about 2 years, probably, and we've dived.
Yeah.
And we love so coming here and you've done amazing. What you've done over.
Thank you so much.
We come, there's a new edition and you something new, and it always looks really good, and it's great. You've got this massive car park.
We have now. I mean, when obviously all the cars have gone, we're going to turn this into like a camping and diving. Yeah.
Diving camp.
Yeah. So that'll be good. We've had a few people camping already, but we've still got to do a lot of upgrade on the facilities. But we're just chipping away and we're loving it. It's just like bouncing off each other again, aren't we? No, this man is been a trooper, honestly.
Crazy idea.
Yeah.
It's a big work. That's it.
Are you going to bring the classrooms here as well?
That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Changing rooms.
Yeah. We're struggling to be back.
Now that's going to be the through. That's the practice.
Yeah. BZAC are going to be using that for doing their future events as well. So they've got a lot done with that with BZAC. And just, anyone wants to use it. It's a facility.
So the airfields that you do here now?
Well, you have to go back onto Spring Lakes because obviously this is free-phase electricity. But once we've got all the power and stuff over here, then we'll have the whole facility, won't we, to cater for every dive. Just a few, yeah. It's not far, yeah, and we can accommodate. It's easy. We've got the red van. It goes back and forth, the shuttle van. So it's still going.
No, we had a flat tire.
And Lou's doing all the airfills as well. So she's getting stronger. She's getting strong.
Yeah, that's good. So, do it all again next year as well.
Well, so I've just been talking to Andy, haven't we, in the team, Andy Talbot in the team, and they said we're going to do something even bigger and better.
Doesn't need a lot of convincing now. It's just take to us. Then next year.
It's straight away, didn't it?
Yeah. It's something bigger, he said, and I don't know. Will it work?
I think you should do it with him.
Yeah, well. I'm Mark's brother. That is my brother.
Yeah, it's great to see people actually getting in the water as well. But after, we've had Andy do a skydive and there's snorkeling, diving.
Yeah, it's
Somebody's doing a rebreathe.
they're doing rebreathers now. So BZAC got involved with that, the tech side of stuff. Don't know what the visibility is going to be like. I don't know if they're using the scooters today, but that could be another future event for doing, because it's perfect to go around the lake. It's a big lake. You can see a lot of stuff going on with the scooter. But yeah, I think there's 4 rebreather dives going in now. Is that right? Yeah.
So rebreathers, you come in here and use this lake. What about that?
Oh, someone's doing it. Yeah. They would want they're depth junkies, but no, you can use it here and get
To do your tri-dive, to test kit.
Yeah. It is awesome for that.
There's a place where you could come and hold your buoyancy. You're not kicking up the dirt.
Yeah.
And not going to the top. You could hold that for 20 minutes to do one voice.
So exactly that. The buoyancy skills here are really important. And that's the hardest bit about diving, getting that right. Once you've got that right, it's definitely just easier, isn't it? In the reef. Yeah. It's really good.
I said to Randy, we'll see more like high profile divers like yourself come use lakes.
Yeah.
It's not just this lake, there's lots of other.
There's loads of lakes. I remember you spoke last time here, and I think there's one that you just said's opened up, and it's shallow, but it's in Kent. Yeah, that's right.
Hardly anyone hears about it there.
But they need maybe to push something like this in the event just to get them on,
Yeah, to get them on the map.
Yeah, and it does work. Anyone out there that's got a lake, if you can get an event and organise this, under your organisation, Paddy VZAC or SSI, or club. The clubs that come to Westlake, they support us massively. You're really grateful, really are. And without them, Cressy team are really cool. You ring them up, they're at hand at all times. And the product, Cressy itself, is skipped. Yeah, it's nice. It's out there. It's not just being underwater, and it keeps you well safe and protected. When you come out, it still look cool. Yeah.
It's been with you being the ambassador.
Yeah, well,
that's quite a recent thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Cressy, UK ambassador. So I want to push the Cressy market over here as much as I can. Because I've been using the product for the last 20 years, and it's proven proud. It's really, really good. Really good. Nice wearing stuff. And more people are using it. We use it as a team, don't we? Yeah. Pretty low. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. And you've got underwater attractions here. We've got banner down there. Yes, we now. Yes, thank you.
That's your banner. So we've got this. Is a thing if they see your banner, then they come up and they get one of your 90s. Is that right? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that would be cool. So please, let's hand a few out. Because there is a lot of our one that's got them on now, isn't there? Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, so it's a winner, that is, definitely.
Yeah, it's all good advertising for Narked Bounties. Well, thank you for having us here. And yes, and we're really enjoying our day.
Brilliant.
So go and get
well. You can have a dive, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, go and find your banner.
Yes.
All right, and then get yourself strapped. Thank you so much, guys, for coming over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. So we have just got back and thought we'd just do a bit of a debrief from our day at Snorkel Fest up in Divers Time, Long Eaton, and give you a bit of a rundown of the day, what we've been up to, who was there, and so be it. We had a bit of an early start. We left here. Well, you got here about, what time did you get here to me?
5:30, and then we left just before 6, didn't we?
And we 6 is about a 3-hour run, and
we did pretty well. It was a nice, smooth journey, and got up there just about 8:30.
That's because everyone's at latitude. There's no one on the road, so it's quite quiet. Or if they're not at latitude, they're at the Sandringham Flower Show this weekend. So basically, no one's diving. They're either at latitude or at the flower festivals. So
So
quiet.
The dive site is just outside Nottingham in a place called Long Eaton. It's really easy to get to, not far off the motorway. And
It's A14, A1, and then a few little roads off then onto the M1, sorry, and job done, innit?
Yeah.
No, what am I talking about? We're talking about the road back, weren't we? I'm confused. No, it's A14. A14, I'll get it right in a minute. A14, M1, and then it's just off the M1 by about, I don't know, 15 minutes?
15 minutes, yeah.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, and you get there, when you turn up, we usually stop at Spring Lakes Activity Centre and get a coffee. They've got a huge cafe with outdoor seating, and you can look over their lakes, because I think there's about 7 lakes on this site.
Yeah.
And they've got big inflatables, they've got wakeboarding system where you go round on like a pulley system on your wakeboard and do all these stunts and things. So even if you're not a diver, you just want to go and have some fun on the water, you can paddleboard, wild swim, run about.
If you've got kids who don't dive or a partner who don't dive, it's a great place to go. And, because you can go for a dive, they can do what they want to do as well, and then you meet up a bit later on for some dinner.
Yeah, and the cafe serves great food. There are toilets, there are showers, there are changing rooms, so everything
all nice and clean, all well laid out.
Yeah, it's got a real nice vibe. It's all like a ski resort vibe. That's what
a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah. So
there's a sauna there as well, isn't there?
Yes, yeah. So look it up. Even if you're not a diver and you're just listening and you're really into your water, paddleboarding, wild swimming, look up Spring Lake.
And the cable, they do the cable
wakeboarding.
Don't
Yeah. So, and there's shops there, so they sell wakeboards, they sell wetsuits, you've got a little shop on site as well. So it's really good. But from there, it's just a couple of minutes drive down the road, and then you end up at Divers Time at Westlake. And at that point, they have got their equipment hire sort of container there. There's a classroom there. Yeah. And it's right on the shore, so you can do shore entry. They've got a jetty, so you can do giant strides in as well. So it's a lovely site, isn't it? It's always generally a bit breezy there, so you get a nice cooling breeze. There's parking.
Which I was quite pleased of, because that was a hot day there yesterday.
It was hot, yeah.
Well, in the car park, that was like scorching. Then you come a bit more towards the lake, and you've got a nice refreshing breeze. Just take that heat off.
Yeah, so the Scoobs Snorkel Festival 2026, they had invited brands. So there was Ocean Reef, full face masks there, Sunto, so with the sports watches, dive watches.
RNLI.
Yes. And then Cressy were there with equipment. They had BCDs, wings, hybrid wings, masks, fins, wetsuits, semi-dries.
Loads of stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Suits to try.
Yeah, and just to note that Mark, who runs Divers Time, also known as Scoobs, he is the UK ambassador for Cressy. He's just been nominated. So
he's the only one.
Yeah. So it's big credit to him.
Yeah.
So they were all set up on the shore, and then there was a DJ playing good tunes, so with a nice vibe. There was a food truck there doing drinks and burgers and sandwiches, and ice cream van,
Well,
and there were seats to sit down near the shore and then further away. So it was just a really nice, and there were lots of
DJ playing music, tunes.
BZAC representatives were there. BZAC Tech were there with scooters and rebreathers, so they were doing tri-dives. Sophie Hepmanstall, training director from BZAC, we've had her on the podcast. She was there, really being active in the water, promoting snorkeling. And we need to say thank you to the BZAC club for leaving us a lovely snorkeling introduction to snorkeling book. The BZAC. So we'll have a good look at that, and that's really nice. Yeah, but it was just a really nice vibe. Star of the show was Andy Torbett and his 4 or 5 other friends. They jumped out of an aeroplane at I think 2,500 feet, short
Yeah.
short free fall, and then
That was impressive, wasn't it?
it was, yeah. I think the three came out individually,
Yeah.
and then Andy and his
And then
mate
the
came
plane
out
went
together.
round and did another loop, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So they had the smoke from their ankles coming down, and they literally.
Andy had Union Jack
Yeah, yeah.
attached to him, which looked really cool.
Yeah, I've got hopefully a decent video of that. And they all plopped into the water. Scoobs and John were in the electric boat, picked them up. But Andy Torbett actually swam back to shore. And
Well, he's got to make an entrance, of course.
So yeah, he had his fins on, and yeah, he finned into the beach, and yeah, rose out of the water as you do.
I thought that was him from James Bond coming out of the water, didn't you? Daniel Craig coming out of the water in Casino Royale.
Yeah, so but it was really good, and everybody was looking at the sky and yeah, sort of clapping whenever they came down. So, and yeah, we've obviously spoken to Andy, you've heard earlier, and yeah, it's really good to hear his encouragement and enthusiasm for Divers Time and the event as well.
Yeah, and have to agree with that. And it's really good to see, somebody high profile given his time to these sort of events. As you'll probably hear me, we'll talk about this later, but to start a business, it is difficult. To start business in the diving world is even doubly difficult. And it, for Divers Time, like most of these lakes, there's a lot of lakes out there in the UK that we've got, and most of them don't get much, profile. So it's good to see someone high profile go there and say and talk about it. So it's really good, and he's really enthusiastic about UK diving, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, and it's so good to hear that as well. And yeah, he's really down to earth, and supporting quite a young startup diving centre is just means the world.
And he makes a good point about the bridge between a non-diver and diving being snorkeling. Getting in, get kids into snorkeling, start snorkeling, and we've got this book here, so there's even books on it about how to do it, but you can go and get a course and learn how to snorkel properly, learn the skills, and it's a good way of then starting your diving career.
Yeah, and we see lots of people on our coastline doing wild swimming, or in the rivers we've got locally as well. So again, that's another entry point. You're getting to see this amazing world, put a mask on and a snorkel, and it's like looking at another world just snorkeling. I mean, we know the rivers where we paddleboard, when you look down, it's just like you're watching a film, because it's so green and there's fish everywhere, and you think, well, you could put your face in the water and see all this, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah. And as like the dive show, this was no different. It's always good opportunity to catch up with people who you don't get to see very often. So it's always nice to do that. And it's a really nicely well organized event, and just really nice day. Went really quick.
It did. Yeah.
1 minute we just arrived, and the next minute we're packing up. It's like wow.
Yeah, so we didn't leave. We left about 5 o'clock, didn't we?
Yeah,
and
we had a nice dive. We went for a dive in the afternoon, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We left it until the afternoon, just to so that everybody been snorkeling and doing their diving, and it was great to see so many people in the water, wasn't there?
Yeah,
divers, and youngsters. There were, families, dads, sons, daughters, all getting in the water, and it was just like lovely to see. It was just yeah, and it really chilled and relaxed. There was no rushing, there was no pushing. It was just lovely. You just get all your gear together, get ready, and then enter into the water. So we have had 2 banners made. One of them is topside, just right by the entry point, the shore entry point, and we're really pleased with it. So it's got pictures of us on. It's got our logo that you can see here, and our Narked
logo.
Yeah. So it's got obviously follow us, and there are social media icons. So look us up wherever your favorite social media platform is, and you can follow our adventures. But we have also got a banner that's been put underwater as well. And that was our quest, to go for a dive and go and find it.
Go find it.
Yeah, so there's some training platforms when you look at the shore over to the left.
Yeah.
And we said the visibility wasn't the best because we got in after everybody got out.
Yeah,
So-
I think everybody churned it up fairly, I think.
but it wasn't too bad. There are ropes for the attractions underwater, so we just kind
They
of
got a new
followed-
boat as well, haven't they?
Yes, yeah, we didn't actually go to that boat, but I think it's a reasonable sized boat, and that's been sunk quite recently. So, but yeah, we went and found our banner underwater. Really happy with it, and it's near another attraction called Mr. Bubbles.
And if you do go when you go to Dives Time and you have a dive or two there, and you find the banner, report back where you saw the banner, and Scoobs has got a little gift for you.
Yeah, and we had our box of Narked at 90 slap straps with us yesterday, and thank you for all the people that
we got messages.
Yeah, we put a little list, put their name, put their or their club, and give us a little message.
So I do page 1 and you do page 2.
Yeah, let me just get the glasses on.
Right.
Eyesight challenged.
Bear with. Right, here we go. Name. Pete. So names 2. Shout out to Peter Harris and Joe Burrow from Is it LUEC
or WEC? I don't know.
It could be WEC Club. So great day out. They said a great day out at Scuba and Snorkel Fest. Looking forward to diving here in the future.
Right, that's good. Yep.
How about that? Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah. So Jane and Paul Coop M.
They like to test us, don't they? The handwriting.
And they are from MY Charlotte. And their message was, great day out. Come diving with us in the Red Sea.
I was going to read that as My Charlotte and think.
My Charlotte the boat. That's who that is.
Is it?
Yes, I think that's that guy. Here we go. That card
There's a
you picked up.
hyphen there, though.
No, here we go. It's Paul Cooper, owner of Red Sea Liverboards, and his boat is MY Charlotte. They're based in Nottingham.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is there.
Yeah. Excellent. Shout out to them. Clara and Roger and
Michelle.
They are from Sheffield Sub Aqua Club, BZAC 256 people. Well, shout out to you guys. They said, great day, wonderful location, dived here before and loved it. There we go. Don't take our words, take theirs.
Yeah. Okay. And then next we've got, looks like Fabian, Andy, Louise, Daniel, Sam, Art, Ryan, Joe, and Joe. Nottingham Scuba Divers. Oh, they're actually from Divers Time. Oh, and a Seb, it looks like. Great day at Scoobs Snorkel Fest. There we go.
Good. Page 2. Right, bear with. Brian, James, Joseph, and Phillipson. Could be the surname. From
NEQ SAC.
Wherever that is. Not sure. But great day, thank you.
Yep. Next we've got, looks like Lucas Bone. Or
Brown? Could be Brown.
And he's from Skegness Aquarium, and we actually spoke to these guys.
We did.
Scoobs Fest was amazing. So just on that point, we had a conversation with, I think it was Lucas I was speaking to, and they run Skegness Aquarium, and he was telling me about a zebra shark that they had sent to France, to Paris, because it was getting a bit fruity in Skegness, so it needed to go to Paris to see some ladies.
Trouble in Skegness. You put them kiss me quick hats on and anything's possible.
Yeah, so it had to go to Paris to see some ladies for a breeding program. So they're just waiting to see if anything happens.
Who's gone to see the ladies in Paris?
The zebra shark or leopard sharks, the Americans call them apparently. So yeah. So right. And they've also, because they have got a zoo license, they have to show that they're doing conservation stuff. So they were saying or telling me about they're doing coral grafting and coral restoration as well.
Okay, it's pretty
So
cool.
it's not just like the marine fish as such in the aquarium. There's other things going on as well. Yeah.
Stuff going on in the background.
And if you look them up, you can go and do a dive in the actual tank with the marine life. So if you're not a diver, you have to wear a full face mask, the Ocean Reef ones. And if you are a diver, you are allowed to take your own mask and equipment. Yeah. So, but yeah, great day out, great experience.
I did it. Fantastic.
Yeah, you did it at Great Yarmouth, didn't you?
I did it at Great Yarmouth. I did.
Kiss me quick, Skegness. Yeah.
Amy and Sam, come on down. This is your time. This is your shout out on the Big Scuba podcast, all the way from Ned Sack. Might be wrong. Is that NEDSAC?
Sub-Aqua Club. NED Sub-Aqua Club, I guess that is.
Yes, that's what it is. Well done. Thanks for having us. Had a blast. Kiss, kiss, and kiss. I've got kisses on there.
And then looks like Ali Hull, maybe.
Could be.
From Divers Time. Awesome Scoobs Fest. There we go.
There we go. So
positive stuff. And that just shows Divers Time. Westlake is a great place to go diving.
It is. So diverstime.com, if you want to book up. Their mobile is on there in case you want to have a chat with them first. Can't say it enough. It's a great, lovely place to go diving. It's not just a dive, it's a nice place to go. It's a nice place to visit and have a day, take a picnic, take the kids, do stuff there. So it's just a nice place to go and dive and enjoy it. And maybe you only do one dive, who knows? But, they can do airfills there if you need them.
Yeah.
But enjoy the experience, enjoy the ambience, take it all in. There's it's a lot nice spot for nature and things like that. And if you've got non-divers, they'll be fine there too, honestly, because there's lots to do. Or if you want just a really chilled out time, go there as well, because it caters for everything. And it's a good place where you can go, and it's an easy in, easy out. And you can, and say you want peace and quiet to practice buoyancy, practice some kind of skills that you want to do, and you want to do it, particularly you want to do it while being neutrally buoyant. It's a great place for that, and it's a great place where you can just go, do you know what, there's stuff I want to work on, and I don't want to be bothered, and it's a great place for that. And so lots of stuff. Lots of reasons why you should go and dive it if you haven't been. Yeah. No, that says it all, really. And I think just sometimes nice having a change of scenery and meeting a different dive club, isn't it? It is, yeah. And we're off at the end of this week, off to the Farns. Looking forward to that. So it was a good opportunity getting in the water this weekend. Just doing making sure everything all balances out. You've got a new tank, haven't you? Yeah. I've obviously got a standard 12-litre tank, but I've also now got a stubby 12-litre tank. So again, that was just making sure that was set right, so that when I come to use it on the boat, we know I don't have to. I want to say a big thank you to Cressy, because I borrowed one of their new masks. And it's a real nice one. Got really nice prism glass to it. Tinted, wasn't it? Yeah, it's really smart, and I really like that. Almost like a frameless one. It was nice, really clear. And then I tried their wing as well, which I really liked as well. That was really cool. And it was a wing that was kind of one fits all. It was all very adjustustable, wasn't it? Yeah, I like that. It's so simple. Yeah, simple and fitted a treat. And and I felt really comfortable in it as well. And I had I've got 15-litre tank on that. It's a big tank, and that was fine. And all I had on was my short John. Long short. What is it? Short John. That one. It's what goes under our semi-dry 03s. Yeah, it's like a shorty over the top. So I didn't really have much, but it was very comfortable, I have to say. And the whole idea of, you just pull the straps and everything all pulls together.
Yeah.
Very clever. And plenty of room for weights and things like that as well. So
yeah.
good. Yeah, I like
and to be honest, when we were diving together, I didn't even think that you were in a new piece of kit because you just looked comfortable, and
I was. I felt really comfortable in it.
Yeah. And just another thing to note about Spring Lakes, it's lovely and warm. It's just
24 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, so you were obviously in a shorty, and I decided to keep my dry suit on, but I didn't put a long sleeve top on. I was warm enough, but didn't wear gloves. And we both, you wore a skull cap, and I wore my 3mm hood. But wasn't over.
I didn't need the cap. I'm just used to wearing a hood. So for me,
it stops your hair
really
floating
weird.
around, doesn't it?
I know, and I've got long hair, and it just gets in my eyes.
I know, that's just awful. So, but yes, at the moment, if you are not a fan of dry suit diving and you like your wetsuit or even your shorty, Westlake is perfect.
It is a good point, because 24 degrees is Red Sea temperature.
It's more than a standard swimming pool, like.
Yeah, Wayborn, I think you probably get about 19, 20 at push. Although, that's been a rubbish season off our coast so far. We've not really had much opportunity. But
no. Well, they did go yesterday. I saw Polly had been.
Oh, great! Well, there hasn't been that many opportunities so far. So that's good. But yeah, lovely and warm. Really lovely and warm.
Yeah. So if you're not a fan of dry suit diving and you do dive abroad predominantly, how about try some UK diving and an inland lake that is 25 to 24, 25 degrees. You can go in and experience some UK diving. And
you don't even need to park up long way away from the entry point. You can bring your stuff right by the. You can't get any more closer to the water's edge. Do you know what I mean? You're there, and then you can just put your stuff on and go in for a dive. And as Jem said, it's almost like you're diving abroad.
Yeah, and then you get out, dried off, have a 5-minute walk down the road, or even drive down the road, and you can have a super breakfast, lunch, and just sit and watch the world go by at the end.
Who's had this? And people say to you, "Do you dive?" You go, "Yeah," and they go, "Well, there's nothing to see in the UK, is there? It's cold, isn't it? It's cold water, murky. 24 degrees. Seriously."
Yeah, and you saw some fish, didn't you? I saw some little mussels on the boat. So there, and the water temperature is warm, so a lot of the fish in the UK do disappear when it's this hot. But there is life in there, and there's, if you're into your photography, there's some underwater boats, so you can get some nice, kind of images.
Great place to go enjoy practice. So
exactly.
So I've got to say thanks to Mark, Lou, and John, and everyone, Liam. Liam's on his travels, so we didn't get to talk to you yesterday, but hopefully we'll catch up. Maybe we could do something on Zoom at some point.
Yeah, because I think he's going back to Italy because he's now an instructor. So, he's done amazing. He started out at Divers Time, and he's gone on to great things. Now an instructor, and sort of now building on that.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody involved. Thanks for putting on a great day. And if you've got a dive site, look into following suit of what they do, because it's certainly good. It's certainly worth doing.
Yeah, and you will get supported by brands. Cressy, for example, they're really keen to promote UK inland lakes. He was telling us about there's a Cape and Ray event at the end
next
of
month, isn't it?
August. Yes, so we might go there and see what that's all about. But if you've got any friends that haven't listened to this podcast, point them in our direction. You've got over 231 episodes and this one to listen to. And we talk to all sorts of people from around the world that are connected to the watery world, whether it be underwater, using the water, being an artist, magician, astronaut, anything to do that has that connection with the water. We'll talk to them and hear about their interesting stories.
Yeah, the more wackier the better. So we like the really interesting ones. But seriously, if you just love being underwater and you're new to it or whatever, or maybe you're starting side mount like me, then reach out, get in contact, because we'll get you on. So that's kind of round to set everything up. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Narked at 90 for sponsoring as usual. And for right now, it was the Big Scuba Podcast.